The Overdrive Skin Bundle is about to release in Valorant, but should you buy it? This whole collection is going to cost around $90, which we can all agree is a crazy amount to spend on some pixels in a free game, but in terms of Valorant and other skin bundles we've seen, how does this one compare and is it worth it? First off, let's start by comparing Overdrive to other exclusive tier skin bundles since they're all at the same price point. The most obvious one is the Prelude to Chaos bundle, since the skins are pretty similar in terms of the design and effects with all the electricity going on. Even the blue variants are almost identical, with the orange as a secondary color. Prelude to Chaos is one of my favorite vandal skins in the game, and even then, I'd say it's only just barely better than Overdrive. Maybe even with a bit more time, I'll actually like Overdrive more. In terms of these two overall bundles though, the other shared items are the Stinger and the Melee, and I'd say both of those are better in the Overdrive bundle. If we look at RGX next, which is also exclusive tier, things are close as well. With the Vandal, it's similar, as RGX is one of my favorites and it's hard to beat, but the Overdrive Stinger is incredible, and I already think it is the best Stinger skin in the game. Then this might be controversial, but I'd say the Overdrive Blade is actually better than the RGX Blade, but I'll make another video comparing those two in more detail later today. There are some other skin bundles in the exclusive tier though which aren't quite as comparable to me, like Glitch Pop. These are both 8,700 Valorant points, and I'd say that Overdrive is way better if you're comparing just these two bundles. With that being said, I'd love to know what you guys think of these 4 exclusive bundles and how you'd rank them. I do want to dive a bit more into this Overdrive Blade on its own, because from what we know so far, it is going to cost 4,350 Valorant points to buy alone. That could change when it ends up releasing, but I doubt it, and assuming it does cost that much, I honestly think it is a fair price in terms of Valorant, where again, we all know the skins are overpriced in the grand scheme of things. The Overdrive Blade is way better than a lot of the other knives at this price point. Take for example the recent Sentinels of Light daggers. I even thought those were decent, but for the same price, you'd probably want to choose Overdrive. As expensive as it is, the blade has some really nice animations, since obviously it does take them from the RGX blade, and the electricity is a really nice touch too. If you play a lot of Yoru, the blue variant is a solid pickup. If you like pink skins, this variant is a solid pickup, and if you like blades overall, this one is not going to disappoint you. One place I think this bundle falls a little flat is when it comes to the variants. Of course, this, like most things, will come down to whatever colors you like the most, but the blue to me is just so similar to the Prelude to Chaos, and then the red and black variants are a little too alike to me. That's not to say the variants are bad. I think we all know the pink one especially will be popular, but when you have other skins at the same price point like Araxis and RGX with incredible variants, I think it's worth pointing out what you're missing out on by buying this bundle. Another thing I will say they could have done better here is the actual choices for the gun skins in this bundle. I said this last time with Sentinels of Light 2.0, but a Guardian for either of these bundles would have gone crazy. The Guardian enjoyers are starving for skins. Meanwhile, we're getting new bundles with both the Stinger and Bucky in them. Having said that, I did actually realize while making this video that this is the first Bucky skin to be priced to more than 1,700 Valorant points, and it honestly is a really good skin. The sound is probably my favorite part. The Bucky is one of the least used weapons in the game right now, but this is a really nice skin for it, and like the Stinger, I might even say the best skin for it. There's also the Sheriff, which I haven't talked about much yet, but I'd say it's a solid choice for this collection. I feel like I have to point out though that the Neo Frontier Sheriff also costs 2,175 Valorant points, and it makes all the other Sheriff skins at this price point just seem worse to me between the different way you hold it, plus the crazy interact animations. The Overdrive Sheriff does still have some nice effects in its own right, with the way the gun sort of comes apart and then pulls back together as you reload or inspect, but it's not the best option out there for an exclusive tier Sheriff. Anyway though, for this bundle as a whole, I think the highlight is absolutely the blade. The animations are great, it looks amazing, it sounds amazing, probably one of the better knives in the game, but maybe there's a degree of recency bias there. Like I was saying earlier too, even though guns like the Stinger and Bucky aren't very popular, these two skins for them here are honestly really good and worth getting if you do use those weapons and don't already have a nice skin for them. Then of course we have the Sheriff and Vandal, which you can't really go wrong with. There might be better options out there, like the Neo Frontier Sheriff or the Chaos Vandal, but these two new skins are still amazing in their own right, and I know that I at least will be buying them. Once I think I'm going to say that you should buy this bundle as a whole, assuming of course you have that sort of money to be spending on something like Valorant. It's never a good idea to buy the knives on their own because of how expensive they are, and in this case you're getting 4 really solid gun skins with the bundle. So I guess just think about how much you use each of these 4 weapon skins and go from there. I'm really excited to get my hands on this bundle, and I'd love to know what you guys think of it too, whether you think it's any good or not, and if you're planning on buying it.